back.
Hey guys.
Good to see you. I'm Everett.
And I'm April.
And we've got the core here with us. Yeah. At the Natives Roundtable.
Yes.
So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting over here.
All right, I'm Rick.
I'm Angel.
All right.
I'm Donna.
And I'm Paul.
Okay. And thanks guys for coming. Sharing a little bit of pizza with us.
Well, that's why we can. Pizza.
Come for food, right? We've got a great subject tonight. What do y'all think?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
And it's something that everybody has to ask themselves when they're considering coming to the villages.
Yeah.
And it's, are you ready for the villages? And there's some serious parts and there's some fun parts. So
Let's do the fun stuff today.
yeah,
Yes.
I think that's a great idea. So we're going to start off with the fun. I think we're in varying levels of how long it took you to decide about the villages, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's kind of just reflect on that a little bit before we jump into these questions. We've known of the villages ever since we were young.
Oh, yeah.
When it was Orange Blossom Gardens.
Right.
And we've known of it. And we've seen it grow up close and then from a distance for so many years. So it was always, we never thought of it as an option until we grew older, right? But it's always been there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think when we were younger, I don't think when it could have been an option, if we were thinking about it, I don't think we were thinking we would come back home.
Yeah, we just didn't,
So
we didn't think about that.
all it was career focused.
Yeah, exactly.
And one deployment after another. So you really weren't thinking about where you were going to retire.
Exactly.
When I'm thinking, he's in Iraq, when's he coming home?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. So that's how it is for us. What about you guys?
Well, we've been here about a year, but I would say our search started, a few years before that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just going down the cruise ports, we would pass it and want to know more about it. Investigating it is good.
Yeah, and we stopped in the sales center and met our agent that we used, and she worked with us. Absolutely no pressure. She worked with us for goodness, a year and a half. Any questions that we had, she made herself available, and she's actually became a friend through the process. So it's dealing with the villages. Agents are quite a bit different, than it's more transactional, I guess, with a regular agent. But but we enjoyed the process, and we've said it before. It was going to be a part-time house for us, and after we were here for a while, then it took about 3 months to decide, nope, we're going full-time. So,
Why not?
so we spent a couple of years looking. What about you guys?
That's a totally different story.
Yeah.
We came down here for a 3-day visit at an Airbnb because we stayed in Florida for 6 weeks, but we went to Port Charlotte, we went to our son's house in Winter Garden. So this was just like, we just bounced. And we happened to, Paul decided our last day here would go into the Brownwood sales office.
Just to see what it was all about.
To see what it was all about.
Keeping in mind that we thought anybody that would live in Central Florida and driving a golf cart was a real idiot. Why would anybody live in this state? But we went in anyway just
How cute is this?
We're happy idiots, though.
Yeah. Sure.
So we just walked in. The gal printed out a sheet of a single house that we kind of looked at. We were leaving the next morning, and we started talking about it. And about 2 weeks later, we decided we'd come back and look at that house. As we arrived back in the villages, we were killing time. We sort of signed for an open house. Guess where we live? We fell in love with the open house. So when we hear stories of people putting bids in on houses and on their third lifestyle visitor, back and forth over these issues, we saw a house, fell in love with it, and bought it. And we haven't looked back. So I'm one of those happy idiots that drives on this golf cart, and I'm really loving it here.
Oh man.
We are too, Paul.
And here again, I think one thing I do like about this group is we have different experiences.
We do.
From different backgrounds, different places, And
Different age groups.
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
I was going to
And
go
I love
there.
that.
Okay.
So
Yes.
50s, 60s,
And
yeah,
70s.
and
Around the 70s.
but you know, in that span, a lot of different things occur. You know,
Yep.
and you know, you face different challenges as you age. So, and depending upon where you are, you know, you're going to face those challenges, those questions that many of you are dealing with. So we're gonna jump into these questions. Not sure how long it's going to take us, but we're gonna with the help of AI, Rick and Angel we're going to share some of this with you. We'll put it up, but we'll also put it on the group. How's that?
Absolutely.
And the Facebook page and the Facebook group.
And to add to that, I think some people, when they hear the world's largest retirement communities, they start thinking old people sitting around in their rockers.
Right.
It's anything but that. It's an incredibly active community.
Yeah.
Again, 3 different age groups here, and I would say as the 70-something-year-olds, we love hanging out with the young folks because there's always things. So
We
many
keep it
things to do.
spicy.
Hey! That's another. That's not part of it.
Yeah.
But that's a good point too.
Right.
Is a lot of the activities you can do. I mean, whether you're 70, 60,
Sure.
50.
Yes.
I mean, and
And 80s.
Yep.
right. Yeah.
I mean, we see 80s and 90 years old out
Yeah.
running when we're doing
Yes.
our races.
Yeah.
Angel
Yeah, right.
and I. So they're out there.
I played golf about a month and a half ago with a 92-year-old guy who's lived in the
Wow.
villages for about 15 years.
Yeah.
He kicked my butt. I mean, he was
Yeah.
a far better golfer.
Isn't that something?
And he's out there, and he said usually, except for the summertime, he walks the executive courses. So,
Wow.
so it's an active community. Yes, you're retired when you live here,
Yeah.
but you're not sitting around on a rocker.
No.
Right.
I
Exactly.
wouldn't recommend coming here to sit.
No.
Yeah.
If you can't find something to do, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So, question 1. April, why don't you read question 1 for us?
Question 1. What does free golf feel like?
Awesome.
It's great.
It is.
We're not spending
Can I answer
tons
this
of
one?
money.
Yeah. You answer it. The non-golfer.
It's we don't golf.
Yeah, explain
We
how
do not golf.
Yeah,
But
they are non-golfers.
that was one of the hesitations. I'm like, is there going to be something for us to do if we don't play golf? And
So much of the marketing is on golf.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
And-
beautiful though to live by. I mean, it's so clean and just taken
Yeah.
care of. And
And another question we get is, since we don't golf and utilize the free golf, do we feel like our amenity fees, that we're not maximizing our amenity fees? And for us, our amenity fees here are less than where we came from. And,
Wow, and that's something.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we have no
no
regrets.
complaints. No.
So the free golf is great for you too.
It is.
We view it well.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money playing golf in Massachusetts, so this
Okay.
is great coming here for free golf. And if you want to play a championship, you can pay for that. But during the during off season, if you go with 3 o'clock, it's half the price.
And to be clear, when we say free golf, your amenity fees do cover
Cover it.
executive courses only.
Yes.
Executive courses, by and large, are all 9-hole
Yeah.
courses, mostly par 3s, some par 4s, with all types of levels of ability required. You can be a beginning golfer and have a great time. You can be a seasoned golfer and still have a challenging round on some of these courses. So those are the executive fees, the executive courses. Those are included. And the ones you do pay for, as Donna said, are championship courses. Those are more conventional 18-hole with par 3s, par 4s, par 5s. And some of those courses actually have as many as 27 holes. So you may go to a golf course and play holes 1 through 18 there, and the next time you come, you're playing through 10 through 27. So even though you're at the same course, the holes are different. So it's pretty challenging. And again, they're very nominal fees for the green fees, even in season. during the winter when the rates are high.
we
They're
pay
far cheaper here than we were paying in Massachusetts at equivalent time of year.
Well, we pay a trail fee too. That's $143 annually.
Which allows you to take
Which
your golf
allows us
cart
to take our golf
anywhere
cart on the golf course.
Right.
And that's a household fee.
Yep.
It's not an individual
Yep.
fee.
Yeah. And if you have a guest here, they will pay $7 to $11 depending on the season they come.
So where can you play golf
Yeah.
for $7?
Yeah.
Right.
How do the courses compare to some of the others that you played? I mean,
That's a
different.
tough, because everybody's experiences are different. The home course I played on in Cape Cod was on a military base. It was a 9-hole track, but it was full length for a 9-hole. And their rates, if I recall, for 9 holes were something like $28. So that's pretty cheap, especially on Cape Cod.
Well, I played at a par 3, which I was paying about $46 every time I played.
Right.
And some of the more quality courses, again, on Cape Cod, especially in the summertime, on a weekend, you could easily pay $180 to play around a golf.
Yeah.
So what do you think your
But
average?
in terms of the condition of the courses, again, sometimes you pay for it. Full disclosure here, the golf courses here get a lot of use.
They do.
It's a 12-month-a-year season here. People are playing golf from morning, noon, and night every single day. So as hard as the villages work at taking care of these things, and they do an incredible job, it's still tough on the grounds. So there are days when, if you're a golfer and you know what aeration is and it's how lack of fun it is to be putting on an aerated green, they do that to keep the greens in good condition. So
About how many times a week do you play? Or a month? Or
oh goodness,
like an average? Where you,
on average, if everything is going well, probably 4 days a week.
4 days a week?
Yeah. And now, have I done 27 days in a row? Yep, I've done that. But on average, I've got 27 in a row. But I actually met a couple weeks ago who lived here in 4 months' time. They had played every single hole in the villages. We're talking about over 800 holes of golf. Every executive course, every championship course.
They were playing twice
They
a
were
day.
playing between 9 and 27 holes of golf a day.
wow.
And the game reflected that. That's how good they were.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. And I think, we're talking about the conditions of the course, because we've played a few other 55 plus communities outside of the villages. And I'll tell you, our courses are as good, and most of the time better, in my opinion, than those other 55 plus communities that had 1 or 2 courses, not dozens of courses.
Yeah.
So, and I think the attention, and I know not long after we moved here, there was a problem with some of the grasses. They were bringing in USGA consultants.
Yeah. 2 years ago.
To really address it. So they know golf is the bread and butter here.
Yeah.
And so they really do. So they get after the conditions. And
I think I'm correct in saying this, that every course, at least once a week, every single course in a rotating schedule is shut down for the day, just to give the grass a chance to kind of relax a little bit, to give the groundskeepers a little bit more time to work on things like trimming shrubs and trees and such. But as much golf as I play, I hardly ever see them cutting the lawns. I don't know how the lawns get cut. That's a lot of fairways, and I hardly ever see lawnmowers. I don't know if they're all like these ninja guys that show up in the middle of the night.
I have seen them early in the morning with the lights on the tractors.
That's true. It's amazing, given the number of golf courses and literally the miles of fairways, how great a condition they're really in.
Yeah, good point. And, like April, you coming back to golf.
Coming back into golf, because I took lessons a way back and did a little, played around, but really coming back in retirement, I've gotten into it and I've really enjoyed it. And then I, busted my shoulder a little bit. So I'm in PT, but then I'll be back at it.
Yeah.
So, but I've enjoyed it a lot.
And one thing that we do sometimes is go out late in the afternoon.
We do.
And, if we happen to get a tee time by ourselves, April might play with me. And she might say, I'm going to play this hole, I'm not going to play this hole. and it's not like she's
If
wasting
there's
any
water-
money.
Money.
If there's a whole lot of water there,
I didn't
I'm
get the
skipping
water.
that whole.
And one thing we really haven't touched on yet, we're talking about executive courses and full-size courses. There's also, I think I'm right here saying 5 pitch and putt courses.
Yes.
So these are 18-hole shorter courses that are open for anybody of any ability. So if you've ever done any of these pitch and putts, there's a bunch of them around. Primarily, they're in the southern portions of the
I
villages.
think they're all. No, there's one up
There's
north.
one up north. Most everything is
Yep.
down here.
Yep.
So if you're really new to golf, it's a great place to play. No golf carts there. You
was gonna
literally
say, you have
you
to
only
walk.
need about 3 or 4
Yeah.
golf clubs, and you can walk around the course very easy. You can play 18 holes of golf in about 2.5 hours. And they actually have some putting courses here, with strictly putting.
Yes.
So anything to do with golf, you'll find it in the villages.
We say free golf, but so many things are free, right?
Right.
And like we had a pickleball today. I wasn't. We weren't there, but you guys were there.
We were. Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything.
Right.
Great workout.
And so many other activities that you can do for nothing.
You do shuffleboard, cornhole,
Yes.
Bocce.
Bocce ball.
bocce, tennis. They have
Beach
tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Platform
Tennis.
tennis.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
All the rec center activities, the
Yeah.
exercise classes.
Swimming pools everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Splish and
Pool
splash
volleyball.
is a
Splish and
big
splash
thing right
is
now.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what non-competitive water volleyball.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be the sports pool with 3-foot
Yeah.
Yeah.
height water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a hot thing below 40.
Yeah, you can go in the rec center and play games. You can play mahjong. You can play cards. There's all different card games going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do.
There's archery
Right.
courses.
Archery, yeah.
Yep.
Billiards, pool.
Air
And
guns.
some of it's
Air guns.
competitive, like
Yeah.
the softball leagues.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
They
I
have tons of
met a
stuff.
gentleman the
Yeah.
other day. I got chatting with him, and he's a softball player. And I said, how many people actually play golf here? I play softball. And he said, well, how do you mean that? I said, how many people play? He said, that's a tough question to answer. I said, how so? He said, there are 24 teams. I'm sorry, 12 teams in 5 different divisions. So that's 60 teams. Each team has somewhere between 12 and 18 players per team.
wow.
And they play 2 seasons, so they're in the midst of another season. And these are high-end quality golf. I keep saying golf, softball fields. These things
Oh, yeah.
are class, very classy.
Oh yeah.
So it's a very I should say very competitive. There's pretty crappy softball players like me, and there's some really accomplished players that take this game very, very seriously.
And they have a
There's-
traveling
there's
team
ability for it.
also.
There's traveling
They have
team.
traveling
And they
teams.
rate them, don't they?
Oh yeah, there's
Yes,
there's
yeah.
there's
Co-ed.
there's
Yeah.
co-ed teams. So just softball alone is a huge thing. We all talk about golf. Softball is, I want to say it's
Quite
equally
big.
as popular, but it's quite
Very
popular.
popular.
Yeah.
Well, you got 3,500 clubs now, and you have
Yep.
some things like dragon boat racing that we've never heard
Right.
of. RC racing,
Yep.
just out of the box.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff to do.
So here again, free golf is the lead marketing thing, but you know, free activities
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
is really the reality. of it.
Again, you're not sitting in the rocking chair. You're,
Yeah.
Right.
it's
And
not
you can
retirement.
easily find them on a Thursday book. Every Thursday it comes out in the newspaper, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Yeah.
not your average newspaper, so you need to get it.
The Daily
It's
Sun.
very
Daily
positive.
Sun.
It
Daily
shows
Sun.
Positive newspaper.
Yeah, it shows pictures of everybody. It
Yeah.
shows the events that are going on, who's playing at the squares.
Right.
But then you also have the Villages app that you can play with before you move here. And you can hit calendar, pick, and then in that type something that you're interested in, such as softball, and it'll tell you where they're being held at, or whatever sport, or class, dance, card game, anything. It'll tell you where to go and a contact number.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's great. So here again, free golf equals free activities.
Yeah.
Right.
Rick, why don't you read our second question?
So the second question is, do you want to spend your retirement years engaged and involved?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here again, that first one kind of leads right into this.
Right.
Right.
And, you know, I think we always thought that we would, be engaged, but the closer you get to that time, you begin to ask that more and more. What do I want my retirement to be like? Now,
What do I want my retirement days to look like?
days to look like.
For Everett and I, because of being involved in the military, well, he was in the military, I was just the only wife.
Oh,
Don't
trust me.
say that.
Trust me.
Your wife.
We're all just gonna look away.
You had a hard job.
And
You call him Household 6 for a reason. The 6 is the commander. Household 6.
That's what he calls me. But so we always knew that we needed somewhere, because of how active our life was, we needed somewhere that we were going to be active and not sitting on the front porch rocking every day. So once we got older, we really looked more here.
Yes.
I guess for the longest while now, we've been looking here to come back because there's so much to do.
Yes.
And we have...
Or not do if we don't want
Or not do if we don't want to.
to.
Okay, like the other day, I was so happy that it was raining, and I was rocking my rocking chair in the living room. And I'm like, I just need a down day. So I was happy.
That's great.
Yes.
So, okay, and we do know those people that retire and get a mountain cabin.
Right.
Or
And are
get
very
5
happy.
acres somewhere in the
And
country.
love it.
And
that's
love it, and
great.
it suits them.
Yes.
If that's you, maybe the Villages isn't for you.
Isn't for you.
know,
Right.
Because you're going to live close. If you live in the Villages,
Yeah.
you're going to live close to people.
Yes.
So,
And you're gonna see people out walking, and they're all doing things.
Yep.
And you got your garage door open. They're gonna talk to you. You're outside. They're gonna wave. They come running and hugging. We're all just so excited that everybody made it here,
Yeah.
and we're active.
Right.
Yeah. Engaged.
So when you speak about active, like give a rundown of your day to day.
Oh my gosh! I think we woke up at 5:30 by choice. I was picked up by a great group of girls. Amy, Kelly, Lorna, and her sister. We started this. They call it the Uber. And they picked me up, and we went to I can't remember what it's called. It was like a walk away the pounds mixed with a little bit of weight. And we did that at Franklin, the watermelon place. That was it was really good. And then went and did a little craft after that. And then we had lunch. And this is just me too. This is not even him. Well, we ended up having lunch together.
The pickleball.
Oh yeah, then we played pickleball.
Yeah.
Took a couple showers between them. I mean, it's
That's kind of a
Yes.
average day.
and that was a pretty
Yeah.
calm day, average day for us.
Yeah.
We have found color coordinating the calendar of his, hers, and ours is a real thing here. So
Yes, it is.
it's good.
We use our Google Calendar.
Yeah, and things are starting. It took a year, but now things are starting to fall into place, and we're getting a little rhythm going, especially since the club, so we can solidify some dates for pickleball or beach tennis, meetings, and then you fill in other things with like boozy bingo or dinner, dancing, whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty busy.
Yeah.
By choice. We can
Right.
shut the door and fold the curtains if we need to relax.
So how about you, Paul and Donna, coming in your 70s to the Villages, to this active community, what's that been like for you all?
I love being that Yahoo that I made fun of driving the golf cart. I'd like to describe us. I think I can say we're social. We like to visit and chat with people.
Yeah.
Prima
at the bar.
If we have a vice, we like to go out to dinner a lot. We go out to dinner quite a bit. And we love sitting at some of the outside bars and having a bite to eat and chatting with the people around us. And we've met so many people. And I joke that there's 3 questions you can start any conversation with. Where are you from? How long have you lived here? What village do you live in?
Yep.
And those 3 questions are good for the next hour because people are anxious to tell their stories. And we've met so many people just by doing that. We're part of the club that Everett and April have started. And we just find ourselves recruiting people. Come join us. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we actually met people on the golf course that we become really good friends with.
it's not getting up at 5 o'clock and going off at a crazy pace you guys are going. But I mean, it's every day's got something to do.
Right.
There's something like, oh my God, I wasn't this busy when I worked.
That is very true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It really
But you
is.
know what? You're taking care of your body.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what we talked about the other day.
And your
We
soul.
are making
This
right.
engagement
Yes.
just really helps your
Yes.
soul.
Yeah.
We're on purpose, getting up and doing something active, and we're thinking and we're engaging, and that is really important.
I think speaking for myself, my biggest single takeaway in the year, 14 months that we've lived here, is how friendly people are.
Yeah.
Everybody across the board. You can
Very
smile at somebody. We're from the Northeast. By nature, we're kind of rude. You know, if someone says, "How are you?" you look at them and say, "Well, what do you want?" Right? Here, they actually mean
Oh.
it. And, it's how the six of us met.
We weren't those rude people.
Yeah,
No.
but you can talk to anyone. Everyone will take a moment to just chat with you
Right.
and just be nice.
And the crazy thing is you talked about your 3 questions that you asked. You never talk about your career.
No.
That is just
No.
amazing to me.
And there's no level of, I was asked once, like, is a patio villa and a veranda, do you like, or a,
like a social.
Yeah, are you- is there
There's no
social-
pecking order.
I said,
There's no
we
pecking
don't
order, no pecking
care.
order.
All we care about is, hey, did you get tile? Can you show us your tile backsplash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you rearrange your closet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody cares about that.
Nobody.
And that's
No.
very, very true.
Yep.
Yes.
You can have conversations. We've met lots of people. I couldn't tell you what they did for a living, other than it just kind of randomly came up a conversation. Everybody here is just nice. And I think it has something to do with the sun.
Yeah.
It's nice weather.
Yeah,
all the
it's
time.
nice
Yeah.
weather. Everybody's outside. You're always active.
Right.
It's an incredible place to live.
What people come here intentionally. I think, and they come here intentionally, and they come here wanting a positive experience. I
Yeah.
think
Right.
it gets reflected back to you.
Yeah.
It gets reflected back to you. Okay.
I think one other thing that adds to that whole experience is, a lot of people call this the adult Disneyland. The grounds are impeccable. Everything is beautiful all of the time. There's no litter. There's no graffiti. There's no crime. It's just nice. Every day is like walking down Main Street, USA, in Disney World.
It's like everybody has everybody's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we don't tolerate it, is where it boils
Yeah.
down to, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
And they're always out mowing the lawns
Yeah.
and
everybody takes care of
trimming
their
and
homes.
right, like the
Yeah.
home, everybody's home even, it's like we mow or we hire it.
Yeah.
We're almost little
everyone
perfectionists.
takes care of the property.
Right,
Yeah.
there's not junked up areas.
Right.
Nope.
It's
So
yeah.
some of the restrictions that the villages come on. For some people, I have another cousin who had an opportunity to move here many years ago. He didn't like the thought of having restrictions. Oh, what do you mean I can't have a shed in my backyard? Because it just didn't work for him. He didn't want to be here.
Right.
Other people embrace that. I want to make sure that I'm not going to have somebody's trash barrel bouncing down the street.
Yep.
It's the environment as well as the people. I think they all feed off of one another. It's an amazing place to live.
Yeah, we've been talking about a lot of the activities, like physical activities, but there's also a lot of card groups, and there's
Arts and
trivia
crafts
is a big
thing.
thing.
Trivia is a big
Bingo.
thing.
And it's all in that
Uzi bingo.
Thursday
Uzi
book.
bingo.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
Yeah, that's all in that Thursday
Yeah.
book you get on in the Daily Sun. So
Right.
Yeah,
whatever you
and-
want to do is in that book
Mahjong.
on Thursdays.
I mean,
Mahjong.
that's almost like a cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And the card games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different card games they play here.
So there's just so much. Okay, what else on being engaged and involved? Here again, get ready.
One other thing, the free entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Every single town
Yes.
square, 365 days a year, has live entertainment. And there's
Yes.
people out there rocking and dancing and having a grand old time singing along to the music. It's amazing. Many of the restaurants have their own entertainment that they bring in. So you can't go anywhere. It's like
the
being in
country
Nashville.
clubs have the same
There's music everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, right. We like going to Edna's. It's not too far from our home. So we like going to Edna's because they do have music there. You can sit outside, you can get a drink, you can get anything, you can get food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting
And it's
on
right
the,
by the pitch and putt, so if you want to play
you're
pitch and
sitting next
putt,
to a golf
then you
course,
can go
looking
over
at
to
White
this
Oak, Spanish
afterwards.
Moss, and having a beverage and
Yeah.
listen to great music. So,
Yeah, that's a great setting.
It is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of engagement, even like volunteer opportunities.
Oh,
Yes.
Right.
We got
We have
one of our
caring
friends.
neighbors.
Yeah.
One of our friends does the honor flight.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to
Yeah,
Ricky today about that. And we've got some good news we'll talk about later coming up on that. But yeah, he's doing, he's an escort he's done one escort mission
Right.
on an honor flight.
Yep.
And he's got another one coming up the end of the month.
Right.
So,
I have to add to this because we're joking about ages here now, it being the 7-year-old. I was chatting with Ricky the other day and he was talking about his volunteerism with Honor Flight. And he said, would you like to become involved in that, Paul? I said, I'd be happy. Right. And then I came to realize that he was inviting me as the old guy. I thought he was recruiting me to be a volunteer. He was recruiting me to be the old guy to do it.
the honor
Because he can have more fun with you.
Yeah, he says,
You wouldn't have to push her out of the
he says,
wheelchair.
I'm over a wheelchair, Paul, so we can have fun together.
We go bus.
That's good.
Apparently I'm being recruited as a volunteer, and I really was the old guy. So.
If you think you need a job, a little job, there's plenty of jobs in the villages where they'll actually hire you. It's not
Oh, yeah.
a lot of
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much it is, but you have to work 3
Well, some of the
days.
village jobs, it depends on the positions. I think they pay like $15 an hour, and they want you
But
to
you
work.
could be an ambassador at a golf course. You can work in retail. So there's all these
So
little
if you want to
jobs
keep busy
you can
that
do.
way, you
Busy
want to
that
Yeah,
way.
you can work at one of the gates.
Yeah, one
Wave
of
at
our,
people and then come through the gate.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of our friends
Hit the
works
button
at
for them.
one of our friends works at the rec center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and there's also, I just mentioned caring neighbors. So there's a program out where in your village,
Each village,
you can give your phone number, or you call and you request, and if you need a ride at the doctor's appointment, if you need a ride anywhere, there's the places set up where now they can come and help you, and it's free.
Yeah.
It's neighbors helping neighbors,
Yeah.
along with the AEDs, which are pretty cool in neighborhoods
Yeah.
or villages. So
Sure. Yeah, there's so many things and ways. If you can,
Yeah.
any way that you've been involved at your home,
Right.
it's here.
You
And
need
even
to teach.
Yeah.
You know,
You
teaching
can.
like you
The high
do.
school, the
Well,
middle
I'm
school.
talking about the enrichment classes. too.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you can
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, and they'll have a meeting once a year if you want to be a volunteer for this caring neighbors.
Yep. So, okay, great content there. And I think that is so important. Number 3. Paul, you guys want to read number 3?
Are you open to forming new friendships? You
better be.
I think we pretty much covered that one already.
It's happening.
Well, I was just going to say, for each state there is a club,
Yeah.
and
Not-
within
not
that,
Tennessee.
that
Oh.
state,
Well, that's what volunteers
I
all about.
know.
and within that state they have regional
Yeah.
clubs. And all the sports teams have clubs. Like we're Red Sox and Patriot fans. They have a club for us.
Is there like 2 members of that club?
This from the guy who doesn't have the state of Tennessee, doesn't have a club. An entire state of the volunteers, they don't have a club.
Well, so that
It's those young people.
That's good, Paul.
a lot of people are coming from places where they've had established friends. But I've also heard a lot of people coming to the villages say, all the people that they knew in their neighborhood moved away. And they were alone and left alone.
Yeah.
Or they never knew them.
Yeah.
Only the immediate right and left.
Right.
And they're shocked that we have people come here and they're like, and I'm spitting off all my different neighbors and all around the village, and they're like, how do you know all these people?
Right.
You get out and take a walk. You go to the pool. You go golfing. You wear name tags that you get from your village for $7 that somebody makes.
Yeah.
And
You had more of an advantage than we did because you bought in a brand new neighborhood. We bought a pre-owned, which
That's
is very
important
different.
And there is a difference.
it's a different
We
world.
do know our neighbors that are around us, but we don't know people in the
Right.
neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's social at the rec
Yeah.
center. So each village
Yeah.
will have a social club. And then we heard Shady Brook has a coffee in the morning at certain dates. And so you have to get on Facebook for your village, and there's opportunity. There's tons just in doing that piece.
Yeah, in our neighborhood, we've got 2 streets that host I think they call it Saturday morning cup of joe. And different people host each Saturday. It's once a month. And they just open up the garage doors and throw out some donuts and coffee, and people just walk over and hang out and just visit.
They also have their own Mahjong group too,
So
which I'm going to be part of once I get it.
And then some bigger things. They'll have driveway parties, street parties, where they'll bring in food trucks and live bands.
Then they'll shut the road down.
It's a real thing.
And you meet so many new people that a common thing is to have contact cards.
Yeah, like you're saying, the contact cards.
Right.
And a lot of other people have it, but here it's pretty much currency.
It's kind of like a retired business card.
It is.
Yeah.
Put your face on it. Put your phone number at least. Because how many y'all think you have? I mean, it's
I started.
and you sit there and go, I know who that is. I know who that is.
Big tip: when you meet this other couple, they're really nice. You exchange. Write down where you met them and what you talked about. Because if you're me, I'm like, who the hell are they?
I have to tell them who they are.
So
they were at Fremont, remember?
I write on the back of a little cheat sheet, so I'd be like, who the hell was that? I tucked in with a couple days ago.
Don't write on the back of it. Short guy with the bald spot on the back of his head.
I think from the being all over the place, all over the world, forming new friendships for us is something we were really looking forward to.
Right.
Especially being in the military.
And in the military, once we got settled in, we were always trying to find somebody to hang with. Another family that was maybe close to the girls' age, that they had kids that close. And then, somebody that we could play. We loved playing hand and foot. So it was, people that we could interact with, socialize with. And so there are a lot of different contexts here to form those relationships, clubs like we're talking about. Like we have the Natives Club, and that's one of the things. Why did we start the Natives group? The Lifestyle Club was some of the people we'd talk with, or we hear people would comment on our videos, haven't really made those connections yet. I thought, what if we created a club to help do this that we're talking about right now? And we've been used to doing for decades.
Right. Yep. And I think you summed it up in one of the meetings. Like, we're here, now what? Okay.
Yes.
We've made the decision to move down here. Now what? I've left my tribe, my routines, my neighbors, my everything I was comfortable with back home. I've got to find my new tribe.
And I'm a huge introvert, and to step out and go to the pool and speak, or just doing this, like, this is not me. This is a new me. That, it's just.
I'm stunned to hear you say
I am too.
I am a wall hugger.
Wow.
But it's. I think what got my heart was there's certain people that you meet that are completely alone, and you see that in their eyes of, I left everything. Now what? And not around me. Come here. I don't want anyone to feel that way. And I want you to know that if you come here and you feel that way, you're not alone. But getting involved, just saying hi, joining a club, come to the Natives Club, introduce yourself. You will meet people that you are best friends with.
Just walk up to someone and say, can you answer a question?
Can you answer this? I'm
I have
lost.
a question. Can you help me?
I need a hug.
That leads into it's important to mention there's a lot of singles clubs here. There's a lot of opportunities for widows or widowers.
So if you're single, there's plenty of room for you.
It is, and there's a lot of folks that get together, do activities together. And there's a lot of activities, obviously, you can do with other couples, but there is lots of things that you could do as a single here.
We actually made good friends. They're a couple now, but they met here in the Villages attending a Valentine's Day for Singles event.
Oh, okay.
So they went to a Valentine's for Singles event. That's where they met. They struck a
And
part
they're
of the
going on their
relationship.
second year.
And they've been together going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
That's neat.
And they're so cute together.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think
And we met them where else? On a golf course.
on a golf course. Yeah. Pools and golf courses, right?
Yes, that's
It's
right.
social grounds.
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to something kind of, Angel mentioned I was going to go there, but you kind of encapsulated it. But it's the old expression, if you want a friend, be a friend.
Right.
Yes.
And come
Yes.
here and get yourself out there. When I first came here, I was like, I really want to play golf, but maybe I don't have anybody to play with that day, or maybe Paul's busy or something. I'm like, I'm just going to sign up. And I love doing that now because you just show up,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
With random people
Yeah.
and meet them and enjoy around the golf for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then just go home.
That's so true.
And you meet the most interesting people. And it's just putting yourself out there a little bit. Putting yourself out there.
Yeah,
being a friend.
I'd forgotten about that because back at home, I had the same group of guys. We all played together.
Right.
It's a great group. We had a bundle of laughs, but it was our little closed group. Here, like Everett, I just signed up as a single. I have no idea who I'm going to get matched up with.
Right.
And it's been a year and a half, and I haven't met one bad person yet.
Yeah.
But I'll say to them, so who'd you play with? Oh, I don't know. I don't know their name.
Yeah.
What village they live in?
I guess his name
That's
is
details.
I think his name was Joe, but he's got a new driver. Right?
So I said, so how do you become friendly with these people if you don't even know anything about them?
Because we don't see each other for a while.
I remember them long enough to shake their hand.
Yes.
But,
Without the risk of being sexist here, guys go out, play golf, have a good time. Okay, we leave. The ladies go, how are you?
Yes, we play golf,
It'll take
April
them
and
an hour to
I,
play a hole.
or our other friend, Kara. The husband said, will you start talking?
Come on.
This is a social thing for us.
They do.
okay.
Y'all be quiet. We're talking.
But they're putting.
Can you talk and walk, please? Hit
We
the
keep
ball.
up with the gang.
We do.
We're golf ready.
We are.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's move this along.
Okay. Next question.
You're trying to get yourself out of
I
the hole.
read you with your wardrobe.
Okay.
Well, behind. Oh, yes, I
Okay. You just did number 4.
am. We lived in New England.
Yeah. So
I don't have to wear Down's coat here.
But you have a couple pieces.
Oh, I have plenty
Tuck
of
them
pieces.
away in a Rubbermaid.
Well, we go back to Massachusetts, so we do
When
have
you go
winter
visit,
clothes.
you might need that down.
We have that.
You're talking to a couple of people that have lived in Massachusetts our entire lives.
Right.
We went to school and walked to school in snowstorms and everything else, and put our kids through. I have no problem looking at a Hallmark movie and say, oh look, it's pretty snowy there. Nope, I'm perfectly happy here. It's like I grumble when I have to put on a sweater in January here.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to get used to not having snow at Christmas.
Nope,
We actually
no problem.
played golf on New Year's Day last year in 70-degree weather.
Yep.
It was wonderful. My friends were in 20 degrees at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we swam in an outdoor pool on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And while I do appreciate, because again, New England is breathtaking in the wintertime and the snow in the mountains and everything else. But it's only pretty when it falls. Once it's on the ground, you got to shovel it, you got to drive through it, you got to walk through it.
The dogs
There's nothing
pee on
fun
it.
about snow.
Well,
There's nothing fun with
It
snow.
turns
after that.
brown
Yeah.
very
It's
easily.
pretty
Yeah.
when you're locked inside
Yeah.
and you can just look
Yeah.
out before anybody's been walking on it or driving in it. But once you get out, it's ugly.
And
It's
again,
nasty.
I appreciate the folks who really enjoy winter sports, skiing,
Yes.
tobogganing, snowboarding, cross-country skiing.
Go fly.
I get it, they all
Yeah,
love
they
it.
can go travel.
But, they can cross-country, I will drive a golf cart, thank you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
here you gotta have, the 100% cotton is not gonna work.
No.
You need that wicking,
Yep.
like your shirt
Yeah.
is fabulous or yours, it's,
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
yep.
Yep. And now here again, much colder environment.
Right.
Tennessee,
Still cold.
still cold.
Still
yeah.
cold.
Not as cold.
Not as
it's
cold.
still
Not as
Um,
cold, yeah.
But still
But you know,
cold.
sleet, ice,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and some snow.
You're shut down. You're not
Yeah,
walking.
you're not
You're not
moving.
doing anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Now I did talking about the question. Are you ready to leave your winter wardrobe behind? I didn't even bring a jacket with me.
I remember.
When we came
I
down,
remember.
I'm like, I'm gonna at least have to buy a jacket for when we're out at night.
Yep. Now, you know, we've lived, well, I mean, Germany,
Germany.
very cold and
All the
snowy.
way, yes, and then Fort Drum, New York.
Fort Drum, New
You
York.
get the snow belt
Off
that
of Lake
come through
Ontario.
there, and nobody's going anywhere
No.
Yeah.
because you're
Right.
inside.
Yeah.
which is
What a
nice.
town do you
Yes.
Oh, no,
Yes.
that's why.
Oh, it
You
was
came from
crazy.
Florida, so
Yes.
you were used
That
to
in
that.
Florida.
Yeah.
So we're from Florida. That was his first duty station in the
Mhm.
Army, and as an infantryman, and then he would go out and make these snow caves and be out in the
Mhm.
field during the snow.
Yeah, for weeks at a time.
He'd come in and be nasty, dirty, stinky, ugly, everything. Everything was terrible. And I'm like, you strip right there in the mudroom and you walk on these towels to the bathtub is waiting on you. But it was,
Yeah.
that was an experience living there. And he'd come
Well,
into the house. I'd be in my tank top,
Oh,
my
boy.
shorts,
Oh,
and he would
It's like
crank to
zero.
92, and I'm like,
Oh,
he's
it would be.
gone.
Now imagine being out in the cold, like 0, 10 to 10 below for like a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then you come home
Yeah.
and she's got it at 80.
Yeah, it's
In the house.
a huge shock.
Huge.
I would almost stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He was
thinking,
like, can you
I'm
turn
gonna
the
die.
heat down? The heat
I'm
down?
gonna die. Anyway,
I think the flip side of that whole thing between the winter cold
Mhm.
is the Floridian summers.
Yeah,
You know,
thank
we-
you.
Again, coming from colder environments,
Mhm.
yeah, we had some concern about how hot it's going to be,
Mhm.
and yes, it does get hot. But I think
Well, our first year here, I thought was horrible. How am I going to make it through the summer? And then this year, I
past
found
summer-
I must have got acclimated to the heat
Yeah.
because we were playing golf at 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm drinking plenty of water because here in Florida you have to drink a
Yeah.
lot of water to keep hydrated.
Yep.
But if the heat didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going
Yeah.
to bother me.
Good.
Yeah,
And we sort of looked at it like snow. So you'd stay in for the snow. Here you stay in for the heat.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
And you do things in the morning
Yeah.
and in the
Yeah.
evening.
Yep.
And then we flipped it where you just do inside stuff like trivia or the rec
Mhm.
centers
Yeah.
or see
Yeah.
a show or
Yeah,
go to the movies.
But one of the fun things I've adjusted to is the thunderstorms.
yes.
Summertime, so-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, every afternoon it's going to rain.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Although this year, not quite as much as the year before.
Not as much. Yeah.
We had some nasty thunderstorms though.
Oh, we have, yes.
We're less than 8-10 miles away from each other. I would say in a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
different areas,
Yep.
Right.
and it's crazy because we'll have to call each other. Okay, what's the weather look like on your
Yeah,
side?
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
Well, we'll be
It's
down
just
here and then
right.
we'll go home. It's not
Yeah.
raining at all.
No, right.
We didn't have a drop of rain.
Exactly.
But last season we were in our house. It was bone dry in the same village that we live in,
Oh, yeah.
Luna.
Down
It was-
the street.
It was a hailstorm on the other side of the right.
Oh my God.
And people complain about all the hail damage on their vehicles, and they're in the same village.
Yep.
Right.
Same
It's,
way.
it's
Yeah.
for anything. The Floridian weather did take a little bit of adjusting to it because it's
Yeah.
for New Englanders it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is
And
weird.
It's very,
It's bipolar.
you know, you have these little pockets of storms
Yeah.
like you're describing, and when you pull up, you know, tracking the radar in the afternoons, it's like, this little cloud comes in, and you can see it just blow up
Yep.
on the radar.
Oh yeah.
And it would go from like this big to this
You can
big.
see it as soon as you
Yeah.
look up in the sky. You can see how the
A
clouds
couple of months ago,
change.
we were chatting in the backyard. We were sitting in our chairs chatting, and I've got a really cool picture. the left side of the sky is bright blue.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of the sky is pitch black, and there's a rainbow in between. It
Oh.
was like, it's like this is gonna be CGI, but no, there it is.
Yeah.
I showed it to somebody. Said, "Where'd you take?" I said, "My backyard."
Your backyard.
We've
Bright
been
blue
lucky.
sky, rainbow, black cloud.
But we've been lucky, knock on wood, we've not had any hurricanes this year.
Yeah.
So far, yes.
Yeah.
We've
The
been
poor,
doing
the
good.
poor coast is getting killed with
I know.
rain and flooding.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's, here again, if you're thinking about coming here and you're tired of the rain, sleet, snow, cold, you don't get that here. And the winters here are just
Beautiful.
amazing.
Beautiful.
They're just
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
And here again, I go back to this old ad, Florida. When we were in upstate New York, we used to see this ad. This was how many years ago? A long time ago, almost 40 years ago.
85,
And-
86.
And the ad went like this: Florida, basically Florida in the winter, when you need it, we got it.
Very
And
true.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say the weather here is beautiful from October right through almost to May.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
And then it starts getting
It starts
hotter on the
getting
end of May or
warmer.
June.
Right.
And then, of course, you got July and August that can get very hot in September.
Yeah.
But I found, so we have more good months,
We
Yeah.
do.
beautiful
And to
months.
Angel's-
than we
Really
do
hot.
To Angel's point, when it's
hot.
really cold in the winter, you came
Yeah.
inside. When it's really hot in the summer,
Well, we came out here for 6 weeks
Yeah.
from Massachusetts.
yeah.
Now, you will have some days I know this past winter, there were certainly days that were in the 40s, now in New England, that's spring golf weather.
Yeah.
Down here, it's like, oh my God, we're going to die.
But it didn't last very long.
But even those days, another thing that surprises me is the temperature degree change. In the morning it may be
Yeah,
it may be 60 degrees, and by the middle of the afternoon it's mid 90s,
Yeah,
or
right. It's 80. It's been
or it's
80s.
40 degrees in the morning in the winter time. In the afternoon it's 75. At home you might have had a change of 5 degrees in 12 hours. Here it could be a 40-degree change.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
And for all those of us that like fall and winter, you get a little bit of taste. So you can
Yeah.
put your sweatshirt on
Yeah.
Mhm.
and your jeans for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And pretend
Yeah.
with your Hallmark movie on your television and your fireplace.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we just had to order some fall leaves on Amazon because
Oh, wow.
for a project that she was doing. I was like, I can't believe we're ordering leaves.
Wow.
Well, if we were going back to Massachusetts, I could bring you some.
Oh, well, okay. Well, good. So the last question, April, you want to read the last question for us?
Oh, who didn't have a turn?
I don't know.
Are you ready to have?
I've got one here. Are you ready to have too many options to fill your day?
So you talked about a schedule earlier.
Right?
Time for something.
Dinner's done.
Another option.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dog's
Say it
next.
again and take that
The dog's
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Angel, earlier you were talking about kind of your schedule for the day.
It changes daily too.
Changes daily.
Yes.
And we, even for the natives, we've trying to put together regular events during the week.
Yeah.
The walk on Tuesdays, pickleball,
Mondays and Thursdays.
Mondays and Thursdays, and we'll add in some other things. The regular meeting every other month. But, balancing these things, what's that like? What's that been like for you all? Things you want to do, things you feel like you need to do, and then normal life stuff.
I think we're pretty good at balancing our
Yeah.
work day. Right now, I'm not balancing anything, but
Toothbrush.
hopefully we'll get this over with.
Not everybody can see, but your whole arm is in a sling there.
Yeah.
Well, know that it's okay to say no. Know set
Yes.
some boundaries for yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
You got some people that that okay, if they need me, that I'm going to go to that, or some commitments that you might have.
Mhm.
But outside of that, you can
Yeah.
be lenient, and people aren't going to get mad if you can't
No.
do something.
Right.
They're very nice. They're like, okay, we'll catch you on the next time.
Right.
It's Yeah.
You can't feel like you have to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't ever feel
Right.
like you have to do
Yeah.
something.
No.
It's okay to say
No.
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 And on the other side of that, people seem to be a lot more spontaneous. You
Yes.
know, they'll
Oh, that's a
call,
good
Okay.
point.
Mhm.
hey, we're going to go to beanbag baseball in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to join us? And,
Okay, good.
and if you can, you can. If you can't, that's fine too.
Yeah. Or you want to come over and play telestrations at, an hour. I mean, just be open.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
And
it's.
April touched on something. Sometimes it's fun to just sit there in the rocking chair and another
Right.
night
Exactly.
and just chill, read a book. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's enjoyment too. That's kind of
Right.
recharging and just kind of taking your own space.
Right.
You know?
I think part of retirement is learning to get your rhythm and, any kind of adjustment, when you go to a new place, you have to kind of get that rhythm. And we've talked about that.
Right, we have. And, even for us, it was getting the house ready, getting everything settled in here, getting some of the, the house painted, things like that.
Mhm.
But then figuring out, going slow at it and figuring out what we wanted to do. Not what everybody else was doing, which is
Right.
fun too, but figuring out what's more important to you. So, and forever it turned out being golf, and I was getting back into it. And so, yeah, that you'll figure things that mean the most to you.
Yeah, I think when you first get here, at least speaking for us, I think, and others, it's fun just working on the house.
It
It's
is.
just kind of
It
doing
is.
stuff around the
It
house
is.
because this is your home. This
Well,
is your new
spe-
home.
Especially on the new homes, because you
Yeah.
have a lot
Yeah.
more work
Yeah.
to do than we
Yes.
did on
Kind
the
of-
pre-owned.
Right.
But just kind of settling into that, so you don't have to do all the things we're talking about. We
Right.
didn't do all of this stuff a year ago.
Starting off, no.
Yeah, you just had to find it all.
Right.
We
Right.
didn't know all those people that first month. It's been a 14, 18 month
Right.
period. So
And you're going to go into your neighbors' houses and go, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, who did you used to do this?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, we haven't done anything with the Enrichment Academy yet. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have.
yeah.
I've got Mahjong.
Mahjong.
You
lessons.
can- got it.
We've talked with others that have done several iterations of that.
Several things,
And we met a couple yesterday. They've been here, I think, about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah, and real nice
Brand new.
couple. We're down at Eastport checking out the new digs down there, and they both still work full time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so she works in healthcare, and she got a job here local, and then he works remotely, and they just made the transition. And I've talked with some of them, and how do they find there are things to do morning, noon, night,
Yep.
Right.
and you can be as involved or not as involved.
Right.
You might be watching us thinking, well, it's going to be 5 years. Is it right for us? The gentleman today, Mike, that was with us
Oh, yes, my dad
Yes.
on the rec
at
center.
the rec
Yes.
center.
Yeah.
He's retired.
Mm-hmm.
He works at the rec center, and they live
Yeah.
in Middleton.
Yeah.
They still have children. They had children late,
Yeah.
Late, yeah.
and
So his kids go to charter schools here.
Yes.
so they go to the charter school, and he lives right here
They moved here from Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
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 So here again, those options that you can do if you want to do, and with your time. So now, what is something that you've done? And this may be an impromptu question here that you didn't expect to do.
All of it.
Oh,
I'm all in. I'm competitive and I'm having a ball.
okay.
Yeah, you know, this is
I would never
Massachusetts,
dream
so.
That's fun for me to watch.
Uh-huh.
She is definitely living her best life.
Okay.
But
I don't know if it's didn't expect to do, but
Uh-huh.
didn't expect it to be this easy of a transition.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
I can appreciate other people may miss home or the old routines. It's been nice. We still stay in touch with a lot of friends back home,
Mhm.
but it's been a fairly easy transition. To meet new people constantly.
Right.
So I didn't think it would go that well. I was more concerned because Don had a little bit more apprehension than I did about making the move down to start with.
Right.
But I think
I came here kicking and screaming.
Well, don't be telling these people. She did not come kicking screaming. Yeah, she wasn't as on board as
I was
we
not on
initially,
board.
right? But all it took was one of our trips back north last March when we arrived and got off the airplane, and it was 17 degrees. The sky was gray, the trees were barren, the ground was dirty and
And I didn't bring
brown.
it down as cold because it was
Right,
supposed to be 30 to 40 degrees.
She'd
and
have
it was
a nice
17.
winter coat on. She turned to me as we were driving. I said, "I miss home," and she was talking about here in the Villages. I said,
Oh.
"Okay, she's transitioned."
Yeah, she's treasured. She's a native now.
Yeah. So,
I think for me it was pickleball.
okay.
I don't think I would have ever thought I would play pickleball.
Yeah.
I do like
I knew about
it,
it.
but
Oh, I love pickleball. I played for 6
I-
years.
yeah, I don't think I thought I would play. Now I love kickboxing, so that's not really. But yeah, I think mine was pickleball.
That reminded me, there's actually a kickball group. An
Yeah,
adult
we've got-
Really?
Yeah.
Don't kick.
Oh, I
The
love
red ball.
kickball as a
Come full
kid.
circle.
It did.
Yeah, full
And,
circle.
And soccer.
Oh my
There
gosh!
were
Yeah.
soccer teams.
Soccer teams.
Oh, I didn't know there were soccer
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just found it
Might
last week.
have to find
Oh,
kickball.
look at your
Red ball.
Look at your paper on Thursday.
we went to start a dodgeball.
That's
Oh,
true.
no.
I don't want dodgeball.
Yeah, and here again, those options, and and the things that people have done, that hobbies, interests that you've had there, where you're from, is here.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if it's not here and you find a group
Yeah.
that want to do it with you, you can start your own group
Yeah.
right?
and start your own club. You have to go through a process to get approved, but
Yeah.
you can open up your own club
But with
here.
close to 3,500 groups already, there's
Yeah.
something for everybody if you choose to.
Yes.
A number of people are involved in multiple clubs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have
Yes.
various interests.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got one of our members that's a member of a bourbon club here.
Bourbon Club,
Right,
and then
right,
also their state club.
Yep. And state
And
clubs.
then art club.
Donna mentioned, sporting event. There's folks for various college alumni groups.
Right.
Every
There's
craft.
watch parties for
Yes.
college games, for professional games. If you can't find something to do, it's pretty much your own fault.
Yeah.
There's a ukulele.
Yeah.
A ukulele.
Yeah.
We went into.
A square dancing club.
We went into
Yeah.
one of the rec centers, and I was like, "Where's that music coming from?" And I've never seen that many ukulele players together.
So
It was-
neat.
That's tremendous.
That is.
Yeah, and here again, back to that, engaged, involved. If you come here, are you ready for the Villages? Hopefully this is helping you get a better flavor of it, of a
Right.
day-to-day kind of experience. But it really is up to you. What do you want to do? And, how do you get involved? How do you meet other people? The opportunity's here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is.
And I may be taking some of your thunder away for what we're talking about. We're talking about a lot of the fun stuff. And there's a tremendous amount of fun, all the things you can think about to be here. Then there's the practical side of it. And I think probably another time when we all get together, we'll talk about the financial aspects.
Yes.
Healthcare, all of the things you have to think about from
That
those
was going to
perspectives.
be the next.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of a lead into
Yeah.
Right.
the next.
This is the sugar
Yes.
to go with the medicine.
Yes.
It
The sugar
is.
that helps medicine go down.
That's right.
It is. And, and here again, the next one will be the serious questions.
Yes.
And it will be those that we, here again, we kind of gleaned these, discussed them. We got some AI input, right?
Absolutely.
On these. But, some serious questions that you probably need to ask you, because you don't want to come here and have any regrets.
No.
And what, here again, things can happen, unavoidable, but what can you foresee? We're going to help you talk about that next time. But this has been fun.
Yeah.
That was the whole goal. This was the fun
Yes.
stuff.
This has
Yeah.
been fun.
That's,
And we're fun people.
Even the introverts are fun people.
We're going to go have some dessert after this.
Yeah.
So,
Before this started, we were eating pizza. Now we've talked about it.
So come on, what are you waiting for?
yeah, dogs, dessert, and
Yes.
fun stuff. So pizza. But well, so anything else before we go?
You got it all?
I
Okay.
think we covered it all.
I think
Okay. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe,
so. Yes.
and
Helps others to find us.
and if you're here and you identify with this or something that you would add, please put it in the comments.
Yes.
That will help people that read the comments.
Right.
If you're thinking of coming here and something has piqued your curiosity or a question,
Yep.
put it in the comments, okay? I think we're pretty faithful about responding, are we not?
We are.
Yeah.
Try to, sure.
So we do that.
That's the most fun, is reading the comments
It is.
and hearing things like, we think we've covered everything. Mike, how did we forget that?
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
if you guys are out there, if you're living here, what did we forget? If you're thinking about moving here, what haven't we touched on?
Right.
What's your question?
Exactly. So here again, thanks so much for joining us.
On a journey home.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right.